Hello and welcome back to Up the Villa podcast. If you are new to our channel, subscribe. Let's get involved. Share your teams on social media. Comment your thoughts on my lineup and then put your own lineup in the comment section down below. And drop a like on this video. Let's have 500 likes on this video. So this is your predicted lineup for Manchester United v Aston Villa. Really looking forward to the game. Can't wait for it now. And we've heard from Unai, who's very positive, who is relishing the pressure. It's not negative pressure. And he has our next objective firmly in his sights. So, yeah, predicted lineup time. Let's have a look at what United we can expect from United, what we can expect from Villa, and share your teams on social media. But I really think now we're getting into some of the teams such as United, Brighton, Spurs. Well, not tactically about Spurs because they're all over the place. But I really just want to touch on a pattern I'm starting to see with the top teams now and a lot of the really, really good managers in the league. And I think we're starting to see a little bit of a shift in formations and a shift in how teams start to set up now, which is a little bit different to what I've been seeing in recent years. I think, you know, you can go back 100 years and look at what the tactics are, and tactics evolve, and look at what won Sir Alex Ferguson all those titles, a 4-4-2, a way of playing. But I'm starting to see patterns now of something a little bit different, and I'm starting to see the reversible 4-4-2. We are now going into an era of the 2-4-4, and I'll get into it, right? So, Brighton, Manchester United are playing a 2-4-4. So, it's a reversible 4-4-2. Manchester United are playing, Manchester City, sorry, are playing something a little bit different, a different variation. And our Liverpool, they're playing more of one hybrid fullback. So their hybrid fullback goes into central midfield. So you're seeing John Stones go into central midfield. You're seeing Trent Alexander-Arnold go into central midfield. Villa are doing something similar to Man City and Liverpool. So we are seeing our left back go further up the pitch and our right back tuck inside. So ours is similar to Manchester City's, but it's not as an extreme as Alex Moreno going into central midfield and becoming a central midfielder. I do think something similar might happen in the summer with Villa, where our left back might go into central midfield. So that's something to keep an eye on. So I'm just seeing this little bit of a pattern now with the top bracket managers in the Premier League. Your Klopps, Pep, Ten Hag, De Zerbi, Unai Emery. Eddie Howe's playing more of an aggressive pressing style type of football. So he's playing a brand of football that's a little bit different to everybody else. But they're all in their own right playing something a little bit different. And I absolutely love tactics. I absolutely love the quirky things in games. So I could see something brilliant from Dougie Luiz and I'll give him a 9 out of 10. And then someone will be like, why are you giving him a 9 out of 10? But if he's positional awareness, if he's doing something that off the ball I really enjoy watching, then he gets a higher mark. So that's how I like to see football. So football fans, Villa fans, let me know, are you seeing this little bit of a shift that what I'm seeing? So, you know, so I just thought I'd just try and come on and just let you know that what I'm seeing and the different variations in formations and the style of play. And then you've got someone like Frank Lampard who has come in and he can't get a tune out of like £500 million worth of talent because the setup's just not right. So I think I'd just like to make that point. So if we have a little look at Manchester United then and what we can expect from Manchester United. So this is their average positions from their game against Spurs. So this 2-4-4 4 formation. So what you can see is here you've got Luke Shaw and you've got Lindelof. You've got Dalot and Wan-Bissaka, who predominantly will go into that area there at times. So this is where it becomes the 2-4-4 formation. Across the front line, this was their average positions against Spurs, the average positions. So you can see that there's 4 of them across the back line. So you've got Sancho, Rashford, Bruno Fernandes, and you've got Anthony. Central midfield, you've got Eriksen and Casemiro. And then tucking in a little bit narrow in the average position was Dalot, Wan-Bissaka, Shaw, and Lindelof. So I think this highlights an area in which Aston Villa can really get at Manchester United. There's a couple of things that I think we can go about and attack Manchester United. I think down the flanks, there was space in this game. There was space in this game as well. What you can see as well is it's heavily congested in the middle. But really, if you break it down, if it looked a little bit more like that, there's gaps here, here, here for our midfield in transition, and especially Jacob Ramsey to find those pockets of space. What I want to see Aston Villa doing is overloading central midfield. I really want to see us overloading those 2 in central midfield as well. And I think we can get some joy in that area as well. So I just thought I'd just highlight where I think and what we can expect from Manchester United. You know, we can see that it's going to be a front 4 of Manchester United. That's how they play. That's what they've been doing all season. So it's about us pushing that 4 further back and getting some joy. And I think we might see a little bit of a tactical tweak. We know that John McGinn in the recent weeks has been going up against Dan Burn. I could maybe see him going up against a Manchester United fullback again to push them further back. But I think Manchester United are quite narrow. Villa do play narrow at times, but I think we want to be a little bit more expansive in this game. And I'd like to see, especially Moreno, marauding forward as well. So those are what I can expect from Manchester United. So Villa, what can we expect? Well, more of the same, I think, from Villa, isn't it? I think it is going to be more of the same. So we're going to go with Martinez in goal. We'll go with Moreno. The partnership of Mings and Konsa has just been absolutely tremendous recently. And then we'll go with will be Ashley Young, won't it? Every time I've thought he's going to drop Ashley Young, he hasn't. So I think he's going to stick, isn't he? So in the double pivot, we'll go Dendoncker and Louise. And then we're going to go with the player who, for me, for Aston Villa to get anything out of this game, and I mean anything, a point, a win, for me, our most important player this weekend is Jacob Ramsey. Has to have an 8 or a 9 out of 10 for me, because it's so important that he finds those pockets of space and drives at the opposition. That is a tactic that I think Emery's trying to employ anyway. Ramsey spoke about the pockets and finding the space. And I think it's so important that Ramsey has a big game. McGinn, again, we know what to expect from McGinn. I could see maybe out there a little bit as well. I could really see the formation looking something similar to this on the average positions, something similar to that on against Manchester United. That's how I think we can beat them. Buendia, again, I think what we see from Bailey when he's in the team is we really see Bailey hugging that touchline like that. And I think we've lost that width a little bit with Bailey not being in the team. But again, just like Ramsey, Buendia's got to have a big game. I sometimes don't mind when players get frustrated on a football pitch and the arms go up and you can see the frustration. because it shows that they care. Like, I don't mind seeing it, but I don't want to see it 3 or 4 times in a game. And that's what I saw against Fulham from Buendia. The arms were going up. We were whacking the floor every time we lost the ball. And I was saying to Ryan, walking back to the car against Fulham, that Buendia, he first touch, second touch, third touch, he's fine. Like, what he wants to do, he's able to do, but he's just having that one extra touch on the ball, especially against Fulham. Like, he was just holding onto the ball too much, and they were just in on him. They were breaking him down, and they were stopping him from doing what he wants to do. So he's got to think quicker. He's got to move the ball quicker. And I don't want to see them arms going up every 5 minutes when you lose the ball, because there's times where if you just move the ball quicker, then it's fine. Like, you'll get your jaw. You'll be able to do stuff. So yeah, I think those two, especially in this game, have got to really have a big game. And I really don't want to be coming on the player rating and the match reaction saying they were poor, because they can't be. They've got to rise to this occasion. We can beat Manchester United. We can get a point against Manchester United. So I think if every player for Villa is a 7 and an 8 out of 10, we'll get some out of the game. And the other person who I haven't even touched on in this video yet, and we are 11 minutes in, is Ollie Watkins. Now, if Luke Shaw is at the back as a centre-back for Manchester United, if I was Ollie Watkins, I'm licking my lips, because I'm thinking, you ain't a centre-back. I'll drag you out of position, which will then leave gaps for Buendia to run into space, will leave Ramsey to run into space. So I think Watkins has got to do in this game, and I think before, like, he would waste energy, like making stupid runs and being in the wrong area. I think he's got to drag some of those centre-backs out. But he's got to move them out away, which is going to leave gaps for Ramsey and Buendia and McGinn to just waltz through. I think he's got a big role, Watkins, on Sunday of moving their centre-backs out the way. I think I look at Brentford and I look at Fulham, and I think, you have kept Watkins quiet, but what has been the output of you going forward? And I think especially in the Fulham game, I think they were quite defensive against Watkins. And I think Brentford created a lot of chances against Villa, but their defence and midfield was pretty solid, man. So I think because United will be open, and you'll have the little whinger that will want to be like getting United going forward and whinging all game, he ain't going to expect Villa to come and play possession-based football and try and pass it around Manchester United. He's going to be frustrated, Fernandez is. So I think that's something that he's going to work into Villa's favour, that I think he'll get frustrated. The team and then start thinking that they should be going forward quicker, playing more expansive football, because he is only Villa. And I think we'll get so much joy in this game. So that's how I see the game going. Villa fans, let me know how you think the game is going to go. I'm excited. It's a challenge. Let's not forget we are 10 unbeaten. So, it's all to play for Villa, and we are in great form. So really looking forward to it. Cheers for all of the support. And for me now, I have got the match reaction and player ratings. They will be out on Sunday. The debrief will be out on Monday. Finally, move house. On Tuesday. Tuesday is the day I move house, so there'll be no content on Tuesday. We'll have our match preview on Wednesday in my new pod studio, which is taking shape very nicely. And shout out to my dad, because my dad is doing a lot of the work in the house, and he's just a machine. And yeah, he's sorted it all out. So the pod studio will be done, hopefully. But yeah, shout out to my dad because he's just helped us out loads doing the house as well. So yeah, no more plain walls, and we have something brand new for the pod studio. So it's going to look nothing like what it looked like before. So yeah, so when I say pod studio, basically I've got my own room. I've got my own room to do the podcasts in. So before I didn't have my own room. So yeah, so this basically is in my kitchen. So I've been doing this now for how many years? 3 years maybe in my kitchen. So yeah, so I've got my own room. So that's why I'm really excited about moving house, because having that special room. So really looking forward to it. So thanks everybody who's been supporting the pod, especially this month. It's been amazing. And yeah, just cheers for your support. Thanks for all the new subscribers, because we've had quite a few as well. So thanks for getting on this journey with us as well. And up the Villa.